First way.
Truck number
24.
You're on fine, come in.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's go! Come on!
Warden says it's cold out here. It is not cold out here. It's beautiful out here. Right now we're running across Interstate 64 in Virginia, and we are en route for Lamar's, Iowa, with a load of peanuts on board coming out of North Carolina. I'm going to try to keep today's video a little bit shorter. That way I don't have to edit up a whole bunch tonight, because we're going to be running pretty hard today and fairly hard tomorrow. Mama Bear wants to be home with her cubs to bring in the new year, so I'm going to try to make it happen. Well, welcome to West Virginia, guys. We're on Interstate 64 still. We're stopped at a rest area here. We just jumped into West Virginia, taking a little break, walking around, stretching our legs out, finishing a video up, and we're going to go for a little hike up into the woods here, it looks like. At least that's what Sarah's up here doing. That's gunshots. You're in West Virginia, baby. They more gun owner than me.
You might have subscribers that are listening. They're probably listening.
It's not an insult, honey. It's not an insult at all.
Must be a shooting range, maybe?
Or just some guys out in the timber shooting, babe. It's just like back home.
I kind of blend in. So do you.
Oh, mercy. We're doing the selfie thing. Want me to take it, huh? Want me to take it?
Yeah,
You seem
but
kinda short.
you're in the way of first class.
I know, but this is with this camera. Your camera's the selfie camera. I'm just holding my camera to see you try to take a selfie.
Well, I can.
I get a comic relief out of it. Now your head's in the way. Oh, see? You gonna get it up there high enough?
Smile, dang it.
A little crooked. You want me to redo that?
I can't do it.
You're heading back down? Okay. I'm just gonna say it. Opie would love this walk. What? You don't trust me behind you? Come on, baby.
We're in the woods. You've listened to Dateline.
Yes, I have listened to Dateline a tad too much. But look at it this way. There's gunshots in the distance. I could pop a cap right now in your butt and everyone would think, oh, that gunshot sounded closer than the other ones. And then look at those woods down there.
I know.
I bet no one ever goes down there. I could just roll, 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 right? Is that how it happens on Dateline?
lucky to be alive.
You whine.
He just cut across a parking lot, which he tells me all the time, you don't cut across the parking lot. And he did it twice. And the first time, we almost got hit.
Yeah, I made a prime driver very upset with me. I do feel horrible.
Then we had to cut across again. Didn't even look, just kept going. Why would he look, you know?
I feel horrible, so horrible.
I'm sure he
There's
does.
Pizza Hut here. That's why we're here. We're going to go eat pizza. Let's go eat pizza.
And he had to have his spot so we could get back out. So
Let me show them that. Give me my camera.
here, he wants you now.
My truck's right on the other side of that truck right there. Look, I can just leave right there. Or you can park in that disaster right there. Oh, I feel bad now. I do. She looked like a very nice lady. I feel horrible. Why'd you make me do that?
It wasn't that truck.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was a white truck.
Oh, the white prime. There's so many darn primes, but I still feel bad. I wanted my spot though.
Yeah, you killed us for it.
I about killed you for it.
Yeah, you did.
I was going.
I'm the one who noticed. I'm like,
I was.
Kurt, truck.
I was going 10 miles an hour just because they were going 80 in a truck stop.
Doesn't matter. They had the right of way.
They kind of did. It would have been my fault, even though they were going 100 mile an hour. See how I bumped it up from 80 to 100? It still would have been my fault. Sir, they were doing like 120 mile an hour.
You have told me how many times, yeah, don't cut across a parking lot. Like, you've preached that to Paige.
What else?
You've preached that
Hey,
to Troy. You've
we
preached
just-
that to me.
We just completely just walked wide through a parking lot too. We didn't take any edges, nothing.
You went through the gas pumps.
Exactly.
They would have had to slow down.
I'm gonna eat Pizza Hut because I love Pizza Hut. Love it.
Papa John's is my favorite.
Papa John's tastes like cardboard.
No.
Pizza Hut is so-so. Nothing's better. I love.
The garlic sauce of
If
Papa John's.
actually, once you get past,
Mwah.
if I have to eat somewhere that's not Pizza Hut, I'm gonna eat anywhere that calls a place pie. If you call your pizza pie, I'm going to eat there because I love it.
In Des Moines, I like Northern Lights pizza too.
What's that one in Grand Marais? Spin and Ole's. Spin and Ole's. Oh, that's so good. So good. All right, restrooms.
There's nothing at the Pizza Hut.
I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go to the restrooms. This is depressing. You tell me Pizza Hut, I take an exit for Pizza Hut. Then there's no Pizza Hut. Yeah, she's gonna look real good when she gets those lights on there, isn't she, guys? I agree with you. I do agree. Hey, what do you think? It's my first fluffy vest, and I spent a whopping $20 for it. Warden, I keep telling her, man, I gotta stop. You gotta stop making me stop by these truck stops, because every time I stop by a truck stop, I buy something. I do not want to spend all this time in truck stops. Walked into, it was a Pilot. We were still, where were we? I think we were in Kentucky. We stopped by a Pilot, and she was getting some Subway. She was getting a Subway, and I'm standing there. I look over at this vest, 20 bucks. 20 bucks for a sort of fluffy vest. It makes for a really good driving vest because it's thin, it's not too bulky, it's not as bulky as my Carhartts, and it's really surprisingly warm for what it is. All right, enough of that chat. Enough talking about clothes. We're not designers, are we? We're truck drivers. Oh, Interstate 64. I was sitting here trying to think about what I wanted to talk about just real quick, like Interstate 64 and the Virginias basically, but really in the West Virginia region. One of the most, flat out, the most beautiful roads you will take. Most of you know there's a 600 horsepower Caterpillar underneath the hood of first class. She was getting a workout. She was not a workout, but I could have gone a lot faster up those hills. But I don't like working her that hard. That's why I have high horsepower, because I don't want to work the engine as hard as some do. Yeah, it was kind of a miserable road, but it was a beautiful road. All right, when you're down in the Tennessee, North Carolina area, I get my Smoky Mountains and Appalachian Mountains all screwed up every once in a while. And I think down there is like the Smoky Mountains. I use that word mountains in that neck of the woods kind of loosely. I always sarcastically tell Sarah, because she loves it down there, sarcastically tell her, these are just really big hills. We have these at home. They're just a little bit smaller than these. But they're beautiful. They are awesome down there. I love them too, just not as much as Warden does. But when you get up into that West Virginia area, right on that I-64 corridor, those are mountains. I'm gonna call them mountains. Those are mountains. They don't have snow on them or anything like the Rocky Mountains, but you have some really good hill climbs. You have some rather unmarked declines, descents. They put up little reflector signs about that big right there with a truck on it and a hill, and it turns out it's like a 6% grade. A couple of them are 7.5%, I think. And then that one big mountain, you guys are going to have to tell me which one that was, that we just climbed and we climbed and we climbed and we climbed. That was a long pole. It really was. I actually had to downshift her pretty good to get up that hill at the speed I liked. I usually like to keep her around 35. And we went around a couple trucks, and Warden's like, are they going to make it up the hill? Because, I mean, they had been going like 20. I go, they'll make it up there. The truck will go anywhere you want it to, and the wise of torque and pulling power, they will make it up there. Anywho, I'm rambling. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.